Students, in the past lecture, we have learned about differentiation. And in today's session, we will be learning about integration and few applications of differentiation and integration in kinematics. As a part of that, in first problem, we have a function which you need to integrate it. Our question is evaluate integration x square minus 2x plus 5. You need to integrate this total term. Now, first term, second term, and third, this is, you can use sum rule, integration sum rule or difference rule. Whenever you are getting this way, like you have an equation, you need to integrate it. So in order to integrate this, what you'll do, take this integration inside, and integration should be done for each and every term separately. This is integration x square dx. This dx term also should be multiplied inside. Integration x square dx minus integration 2x dx plus integration 5 dx. So what I am doing here, we are just multiplying this dx with each and every term, and separately we are integrating each term. Now we have basic rule, integration x power n dx is equal to x power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1. This is the formula which we will be using in this case. Now, in order to solve this, what you'll do, this is in the power, this is in the form of power rule. So you can write it as x power n dx can be written as x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. X power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 minus 2 is constant, you cannot integrate it. 2 you can bring it out. Integration x power here it will be 1 dx plus 5 is constant, integration dx. Now this is x cube by 3 minus 2 into, this is also in the form of x power n dx, that is x power n plus 1 divided by n plus 1 plus 5. What is integration dx? Integration dx is nothing but x. Integration dx is x. Now 2 and 2 gets cancelled. This gives you x cube by 3 minus x square plus 5x. This is the final expression for integration of that given question. Now coming to the next one, we have integration of 3x plus 2 whole power 3 dx. Now when you are dealing with this equation, see, in function 3x plus 2, only x is variable. Only x is variable in this, and the other term is 2, that you can treat it as constant, right? So if it is constant, this total parameter you can consider it as something like p. Okay, so this total I am writing it as one single term. That term, let it be like, you can take this total as one term. So therefore this is in the form of integration 3x plus 2 whole power 3 dx. It is exactly in the form of integration x power n dx. See here, if suppose 3x plus, if this 2 is multiplied with some other x square or x cube or any term, then you need to use formula of a plus b whole cube, and then you should integrate. But here 2 is only constant. Therefore, you need not go for expansion of this cube term. Now I'll write this as, this you can consider it as total x term. So it will be 3x plus 2 whole power 3 plus 1 divided by 3 plus 1. This is 3x plus 2 whole power 4 divided by 4. This is the answer for that given function. We have a few more examples based on integration, and in this this is first one where integration 2 dx by x, right? 2 is constant, you can just bring it out. 2 integrate excuse me, integration dx divided by x, and we have relation integration 1 by x dx is equal to log x. So this gives you 2 into integration 1 by x dx is log x. That is the final answer. Now coming to the second one. In the second one also, we have dx divided by 5 plus 2x, right? 5 is constant, only 2x, which is variable here, is only x. That is only the second term. This total you can consider it as one single term. This total you can consider it as one term. So if you consider this total as one term, what do you write? Integration dx by x. So this is integration dx by x. So simply using the same relation over here, you will be getting log of 5 plus 2x. This is answer for this expression. Now coming to the next one, we have integration e power 3x dx. Now as we know, we have already, I have given you formulas, those you should use. We have formula integration e power x dx is equal to e power x. Okay. So here in this, it is in terms of e power ax dx. There is some constant here. In such cases, what you'll do, first take this as one term. First take this total as one term. E power 3x, you take it as one term and integrate that. This gives you integration 3x. This is integration 3x, right? And here we have 3x, one more which is variable. This 3x, as if you integrate it, 3 is constant, right? So that you divide it with. So simply you have the basic relation. Integration e power ax dx is equal to e power ax divided by a. This is the formula. Use the same formula here. Integration e power ax dx is equal to e power ax divided by a. That's the relation. Now coming to the next question, here we have sine of 3x plus 5 dx. Integration sine of 3x plus 5 dx. What is formula for integration sine x? Sine x, it is cos x, right? So this gives you, as we know, integration sine x dx. Integration sine x dx is equal to minus cos x. So simply this total term you can consider it as x. So what do you write? Sine x dx can be written as minus of cos into 3x plus 5. This is minus cos of 3x plus 5. And what about left term here? This is 3x plus 5. 3x plus 5, out of which 3x is variable. So divide it with 3. Right? This is the final expression for integration. So these things you should remember. Coming to this problem, we have displacement of the body, which is variable with time as s of x is equal to 3t square plus 4t meter. What is given to you? Displacement is variable and this is a function. It is given as s of x is equal to 3t square plus 4t meter, right? So sorry, s of x, this is not s of x, it is s of t. So displacement as a function of time, it is given as s of t is equal to 3t square plus 4t meter, right? Now coming to question A, you are now supposed to find out find instantaneous velocity at third second. You are supposed to find out instantaneous velocity. What is formula for instantaneous velocity? Instantaneous velocity is equal to ds divided by dt. Okay. Now v instantaneous is equal to d by dt of s place lo manam em substitute cheyali, ee equation substitute cheyali. 3t square plus 4t, and that will be d by dt of, individually you should differentiate this. This is 3t square plus d by dt of 4t. This gives you 3 is constant, it is not differentiable, you should bring it out. 3 into d by dt of t square plus 4 into d by dt of t. Now coming to this, you will be writing v instantaneous is equal to 3 into, this is in the form of d by dx of x power n. X power n is n into n power minus 1. So this gives you 3 into t power 2 minus 1 into 2. N into x power n minus 1 plus 4. What is dt by dt? Dt by dt is 1. Therefore, v instantaneous is equal to 3 to 6 t plus 4, and unit for this will be meter per second. Right. Our answer for first question is not completed. We have got instantaneous velocity expression. Now you are supposed to find out instantaneous velocity at third second. So at third second, v instantaneous is equal to, just substitute t is equal to 3 here, meter per second. This gives you v instantaneous is equal to 18 plus 4, 22 meter per second. This is v instantaneous at third second. This is A. Now coming to question B. Find average velocity between 2 second and 6 second. We are now supposed to find out average velocity. What is basic formula for average velocity? Basic formula for average velocity is delta S divided by delta T. That means final displacement minus initial displacement divided by final time minus initial time. Right? Now, in order to find out average velocity, you need not use differentiation in this example, because for finding instantaneous velocity, we will use differentiation. But for finding average velocity, you should use basic kinematic concept. You need not go for integration or differentiation. Simply, we will be using this. First, in what time he is asking us to find out the average velocity? Second second to 6th second. So that means final displacement is s of 6, which is equal to 3 into 6 square plus 4 into 6. This is equal to 3 into 6 square, 36, plus 6 fours, 24. Now displacement after 6 second will be equal to 3 6 18, 3 ones are 3 plus 1 4, 48. I'm sorry, 18, 3 3 9 plus 1 10 plus 24. This is equal to 8 plus 4, it is 12, and remainder is 3, and the remainder is 1, 32 meter. Right? That is displacement final, which is equal to 132 meter. That means after 6 seconds, body is at this position, 132 meter. Next, find out displacement at second. V of, S of 2 is equal to 3 into 2 square plus 4 into 2. This is equal to 2 square is 4, 4 3 is 12 plus 4 2 is 8, 12 plus 4 it is 20 meter. That is initial displacement, right? Now V average is equal to final displacement, it is 132 minus initial displacement is 20 meter divided by what is final time given 6 minus initial time given 2 second. Therefore V average is equal to 132 minus 20, it is 112 divided by 6 minus 2 is 4 meter per second. 4 2 is 8 and remained is 3, 4 8 is 32. Therefore V average is equal to 28 meter per second. This is the value for average velocity. Coming to question C, find instantaneous acceleration at third second. You should find out instantaneous acceleration at third second. So remember, in order to find out instantaneous acceleration, you should use differentiation. A instantaneous is equal to dv divided by dt, right? And we have already got instantaneous velocity. V is equal to 60 plus instantaneous velocity. We have already got 60 plus 4 meter per second. Now what you need to do in order to find out instantaneous acceleration, just differentiate this. A instantaneous is equal to d by dt of V. I will substitute this 60 plus 4 meter per second. Now separately you differentiate this d by dt of 60 plus d by dt of 4, right? This is equal to d by dt of 60 is 6 into dt by dt plus d by dt of, this is constant, right? What is d by dt of constant? It is 0. And what is dt by dt? 1. This is equal to 6 meter per second square, right? So average instantaneous acceleration, it is a 6 meter per second square. It is independent of time. Independent of time. That means acceleration is equal to 6 meter per second square. This is a fixed value. It is not changing with respect to time. It is not changing with time. Such acceleration is called as a uniform acceleration. It is called as uniform acceleration. Find average acceleration between 2 seconds to 6 seconds. In question D, you see, find average acceleration between 2 seconds to 6 seconds. So what is formula for A average? Average acceleration is equal to V final minus V initial divided by final time minus initial time, right? As we know, V is a function of t, which is equal to 60 plus 4. Okay. Now V final is equal to, at 6 seconds you are supposed to calculate. It is 6 into 6 plus 4. This is in meter per second. It is 36 plus 4, 40 meter per second. That is final velocity. Next, coming to initial velocity, Vi is equal to initial velocity. What is its value? It is 6 into 2 plus 4. 6 to 12, 12 plus 4, 16 meter per second. This is initial velocity, right? Now A average is equal to, V final it is 40 minus 16 divided by 6 minus 2, and here it is unit meter per second and here it is unit second. Therefore A average is equal to 40 minus 16, it is 24 divided by 6 minus 2, it is 4 meter per second square, right? What is this value? 4 6 24. Therefore A average is equal to 6 meter per second square. This is equal to A instantaneous. As we have already discussed in question C, instantaneous acceleration is not dependent on time. Therefore it is a fixed value and its value is 6. Already we have got it in equation in the third question C. So same value here also you should get, because it is uniform acceleration. So average acceleration will be equal to instantaneous acceleration if it is uniform. Now let us solve one more problem based on same concept. Here in this particular question it is mentioned that acceleration of a body is variable with respect to time, and that is A of t is equal to 3t square plus 4t meter per second square. I'm sorry, here question it is typing mistake. Acceleration is given as 3t square plus 4t meter per second square. This is function given to you in the problem. You are now supposed to find out question A, what it is. Find the instantaneous velocity at third second. You are supposed to find out instantaneous velocity, right? V instantaneous is equal to how much, right? Now what is the relation between acceleration and velocity? We have relation between acceleration and velocity as acceleration A is equal to V instantaneous, or acceleration A is equal to, simply you can write this as acceleration is equal to dv divided by dt, right? From here you can write dv is equal to a into dt. Now in order to get velocity, what you need to do, simply integrate this, integration dv, which is equal to integration a of dt. Okay, now what is a given? A is given in the function 3t square plus 4t, that I'll substitute here. V is equal to integration. What is acceleration? Acceleration is 3t square plus 4t into dt. You can use a sum rule and integrate each term separately. V is equal to integration 3t square dt plus integration 4t dt. This gives you V is equal to 3 into, this is in the form of x power n dx. X power n dx is x power n plus 1 by n plus 1. T power 2 plus 1 divided by 2 plus 1, because it is integration, plus 4 into t power 1 plus 1 divided by 1 plus 1. Okay. Now this gives you finally V as 3 by 3 t cube plus 4 by 2 t square. V is equal to t cube plus 2t square meter per second. This is instantaneous velocity. Okay. Now you are supposed to calculate instantaneous velocity at what time? You are supposed to find out at third second, right? At third second, that is V of 3 you are supposed to calculate. So V of 3 you should calculate, simply take here T as 3. Then this gives you V is equal to T is nothing but 3 cube plus 2 into T square. T is nothing but 3, that is 3 square meter per second. V is equal to 3 cube 27 plus 2 into 3 square is 9, 9 2 is 18 meter per second. So velocity will be equal to 15.5 meter per second. This is instantaneous velocity at third second. So at third second, you can find out velocity as 55 meter per second with this given acceleration. Now coming to next question. In the next question, you are supposed to find out average velocity between 2 second to 6 second. You are now supposed to find out average velocity between 2 second and 6 second. Okay. Now we have got instantaneous acceleration in the previous derivation. It is V instantaneous is equal to, it is T cube plus 2 T square meter per second. This is obtained in the previous, in question A we have got this. This is from question A. We have already got this. Now you are supposed to find out average velocity between 2 second to 6 second. So in order to find out average velocity between 2 second to 6 second, that is delta V. Delta V is nothing but average velocity, which is equal to V final minus V initial. Okay. Average velocity is just the difference between final and initial. Delta V is equal to, what is V final? V of 6 minus V of 2. This is V of 6 is 6 cube plus 2 into 6 square minus V of 2 is nothing but 2 cube minus, sorry, plus 2 into 2 square. 6 cube. 6 square is 36 into 6. 6 6 36. 6 3 is 18. 21. 216 plus 6 square is 36. 36 into 2. 2 6 12. 2 3 6 plus 1 7. 72 minus 2 cube is 8. Plus of minus minus 2 square is 4. 4 2 is 8. Okay. From here, it is 6 plus 2, 8, 7 plus 1, 8, and remained is 2, minus 88, 16. This is 2, and it is 7, 2 meter per second. This is average velocity between 2 second to 6 second. This is how you can find out average velocity between 2 second to 6 second. Next. Coming to displacement. In question C, what you are supposed to find? Displacement. We have relation V instantaneous is equal to ds divided by dt. In order to find out displacement, what do you have? ds is equal to V instantaneous into dt. V instantaneous already we have got it. S is equal to integration V instantaneous into dt. This gives you S is equal to, what is V instantaneous? T cube plus 2t square into dt. Okay. Now this is S is equal to t cube integration t cube dt plus 2 into integration t square dt. Right. So S will be written as t cube dt. It is t power 4 by 4 plus 2 into t square dt, t power 3 by 3. This is displacement. And displacement in between 6 second to 2 second. So delta S is equal to S of 6 minus S of 2. This is equal to, S of 6 can be written as 6 power 4 by 4 plus 2 by 3. T cube can be written as 6 cube. This is S of 6 minus S of 2. T ఉన్న చోట 2 substitute చేయండి. 2 power 4 by 4 plus 2 into 2 cube divided by 3. Right? So if you evaluate this, you will be getting net displacement between 2 second to 6 second. That is left to you.